I'm Tim Dyer,
Hi, Jennifer Dini.
Jennifer Dini, and you live here in Yarrington and work here at the Lucky Club. This is a family institution, isn't it?
It is. Almost 80 years.
80 years, yes.
Close.
So you grew up here. Tell us a little bit about how you think the town is doing right now.
We're kind of struggling. Business is down. People don't have any money. Jobs are limited.
Do you you work here in the cafe, so you see a lot of folks, right?
Oh yeah, every day.
Yeah. You see a lot of the faces that have come here year after year.
Yeah.
What do you get a sense from them in terms of how they feel things are going? Are they optimistic or pessimistic or?
Well, it's probably split both ways. 50-50 right down the middle. The older people are probably less optimistic than the younger.
Are you optimistic?
I am. I feel
Yeah.
I am. It's
So
gonna happen.
what you want to stay in Yarrington? You pretty much think you want to stay here?
Yeah.
And what do you think? What would your vision of this town be in the next, let's say, 5 years from now, 3 years from now? What would improve Yarrington?
Well, definitely more jobs. There's limited jobs to begin with. Because we're such a small area. So, just more jobs. I don't feel like it's going to grow drastically in 5 years, but some growth definitely.
You graduated from high school here.
Mm-hmm.
Have a lot of your friends left town because they didn't have jobs?
Not mostly because they didn't have jobs, but because opportunity for what they wish to do wasn't available around
Right.
here.
You
Yeah.
think a lot of them would have liked to stay or come back if there was something to do here?
Some,
Yeah.
not all. When you come from a really small town like this, a lot of them have that. I need the big city. I need the
to get
lights. Been there, done that.
Been there,
Here I
done-
sit.
And it's not so bad here after
No,
all.
it's
after
really not.
that.
I have a family now.
Yeah.
I don't want my kids to grow up in a big city.
Yeah, you have a young daughter.
I do. She's 2
Well,
and a half.
What do you think would improve her experience growing up here in Yarrington? Again, economic opportunities for things for her to do.
Oh yeah, well she's definitely going to be limited on activity. We have one school. I've really struggled with child care for her because I'm a working mom.
Yeah.
There isn't any places, there's no child care unless you know somebody personally
Right.
at all.
Yeah.
So that would be advantageous.
Yeah. And as far as when she starts going to school, would you like to see the schools improved or?
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Not that I feel like they're bad now, but I feel like there's always room for improvement
Right.
in most aspects of life.
Yeah. I think you have a good school system, but it seems like it's struggling because it doesn't.
I'm sure.
Declining enrollments.
Right.
Lack of funding.
Definitely.
Is that something that?
Uh-huh. Yeah.
Now, when you were growing up, you're young, so you don't remember too much about the mine before, right? Or
No, the mine wasn't open.
you were. That was well before your time.
That was before my time, yes.
So what's we hear a lot of older people say, "Oh, I remember when the mine was here." What's your perspective, and what's your? Your grandfather, your father have been here for years.
I hear both my mom and dad talk a lot about the mine and how great the area of Yarrington was. It was the place to be when the mine was open.
So maybe
According
it
to
could
him,
be
so.
the place to be again.
For sure.
Yeah.
That would be nice.
Yeah, that would be nice. Do you plan to get into the management of the business, or you don't want to do that?
I'm in management now.
You are.
I am. I just don't
But you're
know.
out there working with people too.
Right.
So you know
Right.
every aspect of the business.
I've done it all.
You've done it all.
Yeah.
So do you see yourself 20 years from now being part of the family business here?
I feel
Hopefully.
like that's the direction everybody's looking. Yeah.
Is that the direction you're thinking?
I
You don't know.
yet.
You haven't decided for sure yet.
And for me, it's a big deal. I'm the fourth generation to the business.
Right.
It's been in my family for 80 years. It would be important. Provides a good life. I don't know. I have a young child, so
Yeah.
it's very time
It's
consuming.
tough to be in business.
It's very time consuming.
Yeah.
I can remember being a kid. My dad was in the business, and he missed a lot of stuff.
He was gone a lot.
A lot.
Well, that's part of the business. So.
Right. So
But
I haven't decided for sure that I'm willing to compromise that part of it
yeah,
for my kids.
so you get balance in your life,
Right.
kind of thing. So
To find a happy balance would be great, but we'll see.
are you going to run for office someday?
No.
No. See,
No.
she's not going to follow
No.
in the footsteps. That
No.
you've seen it.
They've
done
been
it.
asking me since I was 10. I don't want to do that.
Don't want to do that. Okay.
Nope, not for me.
So, good. Any other thoughts in terms of what you think the state of the economy is in Yarington, or quality of life, or
I don't feel like the majority of people who live here have a bad quality of life. I feel like your life is as good as you make it.
okay?
There's a lot of opportunity not given here, but for those who seek it, and with the mine opening, it gives more
You
opportunity.
think the mine opening would it be a good thing for the
Oh,
town?
definitely.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Big jobs, money, business,
Yeah.
all the way around.
You hear what everybody says, right?
I don't talk. I mean, I really
You don't
don't
pay-
talk much about it.
Yeah.
My dad gives me hope that it's going to happen.
Yeah.
And I just trust my dad.
Yeah.
There's been very few things in my life that he said weren't going to happen that didn't.
But in terms of
so I don't-
the recent events where they said we want wilderness, do you see that affecting your life? I mean, was it something a big issue to you at all?
That they want wilderness?
Yeah.
Well, I'm
do you
one.
go-
I like to go off-roading, those kind of things. I like to be out in it. I feel like there's a lot of it around.
Yeah. There's a lot of
If they
places
designate
to go.
this much area to, specific for one thing, well, I can be over here and I can be over here. I mean, it doesn't.
You like to get out in the hills in the country
Well, yeah.
when you
I mean,
can?
I grew up here, so
Yeah.
it's kind of a pastime for me.
Yeah. Well, that's what people. That's what they like to do here. is
Right.
Get out.
I mean,
and
there's not a lot
hunt
to
and
do,
fish.
so get out, hunt and fish, shoot, shoot
Yeah.
guns, stuff
Yeah.
like that.
Yeah.
It's all in fun, but
You have work. You have a
I do.
business
I
that
have job security, which is very
You-
nice, and I am very grateful.
Yeah, you do have job security because
do.
you do it, even though the business could be doing better. And I've heard that
Of course.
before. I mean, that wouldn't be a bad thing for the business to improve. More customers.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
We have our slow days, and that's never fun.
Yeah.
Because even though I am in management, I still, I work for my tips. That's how I provide a living for my daughter.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
when business is down, they're not here. I'm not making.
Yeah. Yeah. So what kind of thing when you're in terms of other things that you do here? What do you do here at Dini's? You say you're a manager. Do you help with the books or the ordering or
Not really.
whatever?
I manage
You-
the staff out here in the restaurant, from
Oh,
the
okay.
hostess, the servers, to the hostesses, the bussers. There's all the problems. I make schedules.
How many people do you have to manage? How many people work out here in the cafe?
15-ish
Yeah.
around. Yeah.
Is that up or down from before? Does it seem like you've had to? Is it hard to keep people? Or?
It is. Turnover is pretty high.
Yeah.
I've got a pretty good staff right now. Been here for quite some time. But to find reliable and good help and keep them
Yes.
is very hard.
Yeah.
There's not a lot to choose from in such a small area.
Right.
It kind of takes a special person to be a server.
Yeah. And you're here every day, so you know what it takes to get it done.
Right.
You know what the work's like. And
Yeah.
you're out there working with your workers.
Right.
Yeah.
Side by side. I'm not above and I'm not below. I stand right by you, side by side, doing the same thing you do.
Yeah. Yeah. Now you have there's other family members that work here as well, right?
Mm-hmm.
There's how many?
I feel like this is my family, my work family. Like, I have women who worked here for 20 years that worked here longer than I have.
Yes.
And I work side
That's
by
right.
side with them,
You have quite a few that have worked here a long
half a dozen at least. Yeah.
Well, thanks a lot, Jen.
Thanks.
We'll keep you posted on what's happening, and if you ever want to go to Congress, I'll bring you out there.